Namaste, welcome to NTV Business. This is me Harika. In today's episode of Tech Talk, we're going to talk about one of the crazy technology that is robotics. So today we have the startup Prospero Dynamics with us to share enlightening information about robotics as well as the startup. Let's invite Ritesh, the founder of Prospero Dynamics. Hi, how are you doing?
Hi, thank you so much. I'm doing fine. How about you?
I'm doing great. So robotics is actually crazy. मतलब बहुत लोग को robotics पसंद है, but they don't know what are the applications in it.
Correct.
So what is your startup? How it is going?
First of all, thank you so much for having me onboarded on your platform. And my company name is Prospero Dynamics, and we are into commercial service robots, where, as you rightly said, because the new concept in India and Indian market. So whenever we talk about robot, people used to always think it's a Chitti Babu, that
Correct.
is Rajnikant, and maybe an Iron Man or Terminator.
It's like a humanoid robot.
It's a humanoid robot. But as per my understanding, any machine or any machinery which can do things automatically has to be a robot. So what is the car? It's a robot. Since you are driving it, of course, what is the other equipments and the equipment that you see around? That's also termed as a robot.
Everything which is technically doing great.
Correct.
Without the human touch.
Correct. So we design different types of robots. Now we are focusing on different aspects of the industry, that is to create productivity, to overcome the challenges of the business, to improve efficiency, and also to give attractiveness and a wow element to the customers and to the visitors.
Who is experienced?
To an experience. So it's a new experience altogether. However, we are still at a stage that we are still growing, and it's been a great journey in the space of robotics. And we have been focusing mainly on the food and beverage, hospitality, retail, entertainments, healthcare.
Entertainment?
Yes, entertainment also. Because in entertainment, if I have to participate in an event, so in events you always need to have something more innovative, something which can attract the crowd.
Correct.
And keep the audience engaged. So you have dances, you have got different kind of activity which goes on. But robotic is something which people have never seen, right?
वो भी entertainment field में मतलब we have seen beverages मतलब airports में हम देखते हैं.
Yes.
But in entertainment is quite interesting.
Absolutely, absolutely. So we have been working with a lot of event management companies in India. I would say top-notch companies in India. So right from a celebrity to Prime Minister, our robots has been used and experienced by all these profiles.
Modi ji भी आपका.
Modi ji has also used our profiles, our
Great.
robots. So we have done a lot of shows in Delhi where Modi ji himself has inaugurated and was a chief guest of that event, where a robot has actually greeted them, and then he has actually moved around along with the robots.
Okay.
So since Modi ji has a vision of growing strong technology in India, and he's also been very passionate about robotics. If you have recently seen that there is a robotic museum which has opened up in Ahmedabad.
Correct.
So he's being very supportive on that, and that way we feel that we're in the right space. So events में हम इस तरह से use कर रहे हैं. There are many other ways where the robots actually host the show along with the human host.
हमारा anchors का क्या होगा फिर?
So maybe I would say, again it is a humorous conversation between the robot and the host, and that creates a wow factor for the audiences, because audience ने कभी देखा नहीं है.
Correct.
Right? So of course वो हमको लगता है कि the robot is taking away the jobs of the human. No, but I would say the robot is replacing task, not humans. Right?
Okay, not replacing the job, replacing the task.
And if you see, robotics is also creating a lot of opportunities for people to work in the robotic space, because it is a very esteemed kind of profile, I would say, where you need to have a good experience in the technology, you need to have a good experience on the software development side, at the same time in designing aspects. So we are also creating multiple opportunities for people around to be into the robotic space.
So when did you start? मतलब there are many ideas that are coming up to start a startup.
Right.
तो आपका focus why is only on robotics? मतलब what that inspired you to step in this kind of business?
Every startup has a story, every business has a story, every successful person has a story. I wouldn't say I am successful. I am going towards the path of being successful.
Correct.
But being a serial entrepreneur, so this is my third startup.
Okay.
My first two startups were into motorcycling and food and beverage, and I myself have worked in the food and beverage domain. And I have worked closely with robots when I was, in my corporate days and when I was in my college days. So that inclined me towards the passion of introducing robotics in India. Though our market was not very mature pre-corona, but post-corona, the entire business scenario has changed. Now every business industry would want to be independent of any situation which happens tomorrow. At least technology can take care part of the working
Correct.
operation. So that is when I decided to get into the field. And always, as a child, I was always fascinated about a movie called Terminator.
Okay.
So you have seen a robot, that is
Yeah.
Terminator, a Harley Davidson, which is a bike, and a leather jacket. So since I'm a passionate biker myself, and I own a brand known as Zeus Motorcycle Gear, which again manufactures protective wear for bikers.
Okay.
So after pursuing that passion, and that business is running for 10 years, now I wanted to explore the opportunities of robotics. And it's been a year and a half that our journey has been very exciting, and we have seen some great developments, and we have got some good clients onboarded who are using our robots at the moment.
Great. So आपने बताया it's 1.5 year you have started this startup. So मतलब what is the response from the Indian market? क्योंकि Indian market is not used to these kind of stuff, मतलब
Absolutely.
robot.
Absolutely.
So how was the response?
Initially, when we started, I thought that I was in a wrong space because people are not able to grab the idea of the automation part. They think that we were replacing the human, or human touch has to be there. But in a country like India where labor is surplus, right? But there is a problem of stability of the service staff. We don't know whether that service staff is going to come tomorrow or not.
Correct.
And nowadays, nobody would like to do a laborious and a repetitive task, right? Even a lower middle class family, they want their kids to earn a respectable job.
Correct.
Right? So that way our entire population is also increasing towards the aging part, and most of the population would like to work with a skill oriented job. But someone has to do the repetitive task, right? We cannot ignore the repetitive task and the laborious work. That is when the technology and the robotics comes into play, where all the repetitive and mundane, that is the very boring activities can be taken care by the robot. So we human can stay focused on much
Creative
work and productive work. So that way, we have got a line of different robots right now. So as I said, we are having many restaurants as a customers who are using our robots.
To serve like the
Not only to serve, serving is so monotonous. So our robot will act as a receptionist. So it will welcome you on the reception.
Okay.
It will ask you for your reservation, and it will guide you to a table. Post that, it will show you a menu. It will take your order, deliver your order, collect the payment from you, and take a feedback and put a Google rating as well. So you see the end-to-end activities.
task that a robot
Exactly. It's a very convenience job.
Correct.
So for a business owner, this becomes more convenient because you don't have to hire multiple resources and spend on marketing, spend on Google ratings, spend on visitor management. So all this is taken care by the technology part.
And it's a one-time investment for the business, the customer as well, for the business who is investing on it.
Yeah.
So one of the perception that robotics में है क्या कि robotics is quite expensive. Is that true, or how does it work?
Well, I would agree to that point. Robotics was expensive, I would say 10 years back. But right now the technology has been evolving. Right now, robot has been used as an appliance worldwide. In India, we are still on that following stage. So in India, because it is something very new to India, so anything which is nice and new, people definitely find it expensive. For example, if I have to buy a car, I will find 8 lakh rupees as expensive, but I don't see the value for next 5 years.
Correct.
Because I'm using it every day. So even robotics, when we make a person understand about the value proposition, how this investment is helpful to the actual cost what he's already incurring, then he understands, oh yeah, this is something that I need to invest.
It's worth it.
It's worth it, because if I sit on the table and do the calculations of my operational cost, of my wastage, of my salary components, my leave increment versus the technology investment, that will be 1/3 the cost of what I'm investing. Right? So right now what we have done to make our solutions much more easily available in the market, we have tied up with a lot of financial institutions,
Okay.
where we are providing our robots on rental model. We are providing robots on EMI basis.
तो अभी सारा मतलब फ्रिज टीवी हो गया, अभी रोबो भी we can buy it
But
on EMI.
absolutely, absolutely on EMI. So that is the way we want to give an assurance to the market and to the business owners that this is something which will help you for a longer term, right? So the life of our robot is 10 years. So for 10 years, you have got one, effective mechanism which can help you day and night, 24/7, without any kind of issues or increment in your pay, or I will not come to work. So all those and
Correct.
emotional we have
Reasons.
we have it.
Okay.
Yeah.
So what is the price of your robots? Like price range of your boats?
See, our robots are again completely customized as per customer's need. So, like an architect, we cannot give a price of how much the building will cost with just on an empty land.
Correct.
So again, it is on project to project basis. So we first understand what is the pain point of the customer. So it's not that we just bought the robot and it starts. No. So we first understand what are the pain points of the customers. What are the things that he wants to automate
From the robot.
From the robot. So based on that, we provide a tailor-made solution, and based on that, the project cost is arrived. But our usual range starts from 6 lakhs onwards and goes up to 15 to 18 lakh rupees, based on the different scenarios.
Such of tasks that the customer needed.
Yeah.
Okay, so on rental basis, kitna hoga?
On rental basis, we charges anywhere from 25,000-30,000 rupees
Per day.
Per day. Again, that is for the events part. But if we are looking at a B2B, for example, let's say a hotel wants to buy a robot. So what we do is we give them a 1 week trial period.
Okay.
So they can use the robot. They will find out the effectiveness of the robot. What is it capable to do, and after 1 week the decision is upon them whether they want to buy it or they just want to pay for
So nice test drive jaisa.
Exactly.
Okay. So one of the challenge in robotics is most people think that ki robotics mein agar kuch errors hoga, bots can do errors because they are not humans.
Correct.
And other part is what are the services, agar kuch issue ho gaya, maintenance services, how does that work?
Right. Due to my past experience, I have seen that you will be able to sustain only if you are providing a good service, after sales service. Only then you will go in a longer run. Right. So my focus is on providing not only the robot but also and robust solution and services after we give the robot to them. So at the moment, the kind of robots that we are creating, those are all 10th generation robots. They come with high advanced technology certifications, safety certifications, fire certifications. We have got partners such as Samsung, LG, Intel, Qualcomm, Snapdragon. These are all our hardware partners. So the kind of components that we are using in our hardware is completely top notch. Post that, we provide a 16 months warranty on our robots, which can extend up to a 36 months. So 3 years warranty is what we provide on a product.
Kuch bhi hoga, you'll be
and we have also developed a team where all over India, if something goes wrong with the robot, our team will directly go on site and address the issues and then come back. So we have already sold a good number of robots, and by God's grace, we have not faced any problem as such, because these robots are so intelligent, smart enough that once programmed, they will do the things
smarter than humans.
I wouldn't say smarter than human, but I would say efficiency wise,
Correct.
It will do its job in a better way, because no one can beat human.
Correct.
Yeah.
So as a startup, you have started this robotics in this market, like Indian market, and you've collaborated with T-Hub. So how is it going?
Well, the journey with T-Hub has been wonderful. The ecosystem has helped me both in terms of my professional growth and personal growth as well. The people around here are very supportive. The management over here has been very supportive. I have got opportunities where today, if sometime you come, next time you'll be seeing my robots moving around. So
in T-Hub.
Yeah, and there are various programs which is organized by the organization, which helps startup like us to understand the different strategies, the different kind of business formulas, how you can grow and what are the challenges you can address. So I feel T-Hub is one of the places for the startup to for the early stage when they want to grow
initial stages.
Initial going to grow up.
Okay, so as you also mentioned that you customize the robots according to the customer's convenience.
Yeah.
तो मतलब customization के लिए कितना time लगेगा?
See, our usual time we take anyway charge from 30 to 45 days, and depend upon the scope of the project. There must be some software development that we are needed to do, because one robot can do multiple things. A robot in food and beverage will do different tasks from a same robot, same hardware in a hospital, right?
Hospital maybe?
Yes. So we are using robots in hospital. We are using robots to take care of the elderly parents if you're not around. That's called aged care. So there also we have used our robot who's
तो
taking care
मतलब
of
elderly के लिए they'll help in feeding or as such?
No, so our robot doesn't come with hands and legs, they are not
Okay, yeah,
unified.
yeah.
But for example, a family who's always occupied with work, they are unable to give more time and attention to their elderly parents or elderly family members. So our robot acts as a personal guidance robot, a personal robot which will remind you on time to time, come to you asking you to take your medicine. And if they want to, if something goes wrong with them, let's say if there's an emergency, so it will directly send out alerts to hospitals, police, or the secondary contact. At the same time, it works like a moving Alexa, You just call the robot and give him a command that I want to call somebody or connect with me with a chai wala or a doodh wala or a medical hall. So the robot will automatically function.
Does all the
and
things.
the robot will take your blood pressure on time to time and it will send out the report. So all these things are possible and we have been doing it till date. So it's not just a fancy element that we are showcasing here, but a value addition to a human life
Correct.
of how technology can help.
But it's really important क्योंकि it's the मतलब multiple applications है. And I feel that people need to know that we can use robotics in as such हमारे जीवन में मतलब not only to the business commands, also we can use as a daily life routine.
Absolutely.
So what do you see the future of Indian market in robotics?
So I would only say that in the next 3 years, every household and every business domain will be using a robot, either for their personal work or for the business work. As we see in different countries that people are using robot at home, people are using robot in supermarket, people are using robot in hotels. So that is the next vision for the next 3 years that I could see. And India is a country where technology is adapted at a very faster rate and at a larger volume. So I see a good opportunity for all the robotic startups back in India who plan to penetrate into this market.
So far, who are your clients related to your startup?
So apart from the restaurants, we have got supermarkets coming on board as a client. So Vijeta Supermarket, if you have heard about it,
Yeah,
they are one of the largest store in South Asia, having more than 100 outlets. So we have deployed our robot in the Kondapur branch. If you happen to visit Kondapur, you will see our robot coming and selling products to you.
Okay.
So that way our robot is doing, it is helping the shoppers by giving a different experience, guiding them to find out where exactly the product
is.
And at the same time, it is guiding you in terms of offers which you can avail, 1+1 or buy one get one free product. So that way, the interaction, the engagement in shopping becomes really very enjoyable.
Correct.
And then we have got restaurants who's using, we have got hotels who's using our robots. Northern Circus being one of our clients.
Okay.
And then we are now converting canteens of factory using our robots. We are automating that, where our robots are continuously supplying refreshments to the employees so that the productivity remains very efficient, perfect and efficient.
Correct.
Yes.
So far, how many boats have you sold in terms of numbers?
I would say we are on the verge of reaching 50 numbers at the moment. And just last week, we have crossed our first benchmark of doing 50 events.
So lastly, as a startup, what are your future plans in robotics?
So at the moment, our vision is to increase our visibility, reach out to more and more number of business owners and people whom we can benefit with our solutions with robots by helping them in the business. At the same time, we are planning to increase our team size. We are planning to open up a factory also. Being a startup, it is not very viable for us to manufacture the robots here. But going down the lane, we have got multiple plans of having a robotic center in every city, which it is exactly like having a car dealership or a car showroom in every city. So that is my vision. And
robotic center in every city.
Robotic center, a robotic showroom in every city where people can walk in and they can experience कि किस काम के लिए उनको robot चाहिए है. And I think that is something that what I'm dreaming out for.
Okay, so anyone if they wanted to approach you, how should they have to?
Well, they can just visit our website prosperodynamics.com, and we have our team support numbers, our contact numbers, our email addresses over there, and they can directly. We are just a call away, so a call away, and we will be at the disposal of the service.
Great. It was really nice talking to you. I had a really enlightening session. That was Prospero Dynamics, an amazing startup providing robotics for as rental basis, on EMI basis, everything. So technology is going to be crazy. That was NTV Business. Thank you.